Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm your host, Quantum Tater. Quantum Tater, say hello. Oh, took damage. No good. No good. Welcome back, Space Engineers. You know what? We were on the cusp of a new update, the Apex Survival. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything for me today, right now, or for any of you today, right now, watching this episode. Huge shout out to Lord Chaos, Chad, Jonathan, Mr. Bray, John Bray. I don't know if his name's Jonathan. It's probably just John. I don't know. I built this last time on my own thingy. I've got two little cargo containers, this contraption right here, and this medium cargo container. I don't know why. I just felt like doing a little storage area next to our ice blocks, so I built this out. Um, Thought it'd be interesting just to add some interest. No specific reason. I didn't have a grand plan for it at all. Last time on Space Engineers, we sounded like a southern belle. No, with the Apex coming on, we're gonna need a place to farm. But that gives us some new ideas, new plans, new things to think about. The first of those ideas is I'm gonna have to build a farming area where I can grow crops. And I'm thinking about doing that out there. We're not gonna be messing with that today, but we are gonna we're gonna make our way downtown, marching fast, faces pass, and I'm on blast. Now, I don't know the lyrics to that song at all, so I just made it all up. We're going to be taking our lovely V3 no-name ship to that unknown signal right there. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and get in here. Let's make sure we have medical components. That's really the key to all things survival. Let's go ahead and type medical components. Hey, we've got some maybe. No, let's do a little one of these guys here. We're gonna break free for a second. Go ahead and set sail. Get down to business to defeat the Hun. Medical. It does not look like we have medical components. That is what it definitely doesn't look like we have medical components. Ah, son of a. All right. Back it up. Back it up. All right, so last time we messed with the drill. We talked about making a big drill ship, and I had this idea. And basically, first and foremost, there's been some weird changes, some things that I should have done off stream that I didn't do off stream. So one of the things is these thrusters internally damage this block, that block, that block, and a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to rework the format in here and probably take out this jump drive to fit some additional hydrogen. But we talked about the jump ship that I had sort of pre-designed and what it was going to look like and all that stuff. And then we need to not forget this medical components thing really quick. So custom data, let's go here. Medical components. We're going to say 15 should be enough, I think. I think 15 is enough. And then what else do we not have that we probably ought to have? I believe we didn't have bulletproof glass was another thing I don't think we had any of. So we'll go ahead and take some of those as well. There we go. Look at that. Bulletproof glass. Beautiful. I think that's everything we didn't have last time. And then let's come over here. Put those in there like so. Come over here. Let's stick this in there like so because I don't need it. All right, we've got everything we need. So now we can set sail and get down to business to defeat the Hun. So first and foremost, wrong thing, jump drive. First and foremost, let's go ahead and get this jump drive set to the ice droid. We're gonna set number 2. No, we'll set this guy specifically to the Factorum lab site. Oh, that's defeated lab site. What's the other one? Unidentified signal. We don't know what it is. I saved that marker. All right, do a little bit of turnaround. So, floral incandescent purposes, or for all intents and purposes, we talked about we talked about the jump ring and what kind of the idea behind it and what our plan was with that sort of situation. And Lord Chaos said basically like you don't need to do the merge block thing. Just make the jump ring have all the drives. So I did another version of it, and it has 3 drives on top, 2 drives on bottom, plus the Prototech. That's 5, and it can jump pretty good. It jump as far as this thing was able to jump with all of that sort of connected. So not adding to it, it doesn't have the thing, but the jump ring by itself is like 14,000, which is very impressive. That Ember is approaching very fast. Uh, We're not going to mess with that. So I want everyone to know I went ahead and added modular encounters. I added the Ember Corporation as well as Parallax. Just some things like that. Now, obviously, I'm not engaging with those right now because we have Factorum to go punch in the face really quick, um, and then we can come back and potentially defend against those things. Hopefully, he's not like on fast approach to my base, because that would be tragic if I get back to base and it's just catastrophically demolished. So, jump ring and then basically leave a couple of jump drives on the no-name ship specifically to jump in, jump out. Similar to what John had said, I think, in which we jump into sort of range, and then from there, from that range that we jumped into, we would then hop in the last section with 1 jump drive and have 1 emergency evacuation jump drive that could get us back to the jump ring. So it's kind of an idea. I don't know. I don't know what exactly what my first plan is going to be. Um, but I do like the idea of the jump ring, and it didn't look bad adding the extra jump drives to it. So I think that's the potential idea to go. But 5 jump drives and 1 Factorum one, and I think this thing was like a 3,700 meter jump, which is probably more than what this is capable of right now, just with itself. But other things. Chad had mentioned biggest issue I have with the drill is that I was trying to build it in reverse. So instead of like putting the drill, like all the piston stuff, getting them ready, then putting the drill on last, I tried to do it kind of backwards. And probably have better luck if I had built the apparatus and then attached the drill, is what he was saying. I definitely 1,000 super agree, percent agree that I could have. I think I created all those problems for myself. And then John just said, "Yep, that happened." Lord Clang and his minions, Phantom Forces strike again. Jump ring is really good. Great job. Thank you. I appreciate that. And we're off. We're gonna. I think we can get there in 2 jumps, 2.5 jumps. It's gonna be 2 jumps. Man, we have a ton of Ember stuff. That is a bit crazy. That's a lot of Ember ships. So, I will pick you up when we get to this Factorum, and we will see how things go from there. Oh yeah, Gotta do the gotta do the noise, I think. I feel like you gotta do the noise. I should really pull that sound effect. I'm probably gonna pull that. I'm gonna pull it. Yeah. Alright, catch you in a second. Alrighty, guys. I have great news for them, bad news for us. It looks like. Let's go ahead and put the brakes on. Oh, there's the bad guy. Can probably turn the hydrogen engines on. We're going to need them for combat. Now, it looks like another lab site based on the wreckage and the field, which isn't bad. It just means more loot, potentially. But it also means, oh, I see you. It means that we've got to be mindful of those guys, and then the other thing we need to be mindful of. Let's go ahead and stop the ship for a second. Ow. Injure ourselves. Love that for me. Go ahead and grab this guy here. So with the thing, let me make sure the antenna here is exactly broadcasting 25,000. That's probably too much, but that's okay. We're gonna leave it at 25,000. It's got enough juice to last for 18 hours sitting here idly. Thank you for your service, Graben. Don't die. Drop him off really quick. So with the update, the Apex Survival update, I've been seeing some stuff, and it looks pretty interesting. It looks kind of cool, but it gives us an interesting opportunity because while we were on the hunt for Factorum stuff, the other thing we're also on the hunt for is the next idea, the next thing we need to do. And so I was thinking, what if we need seeds? So we're gonna have to make an Earth-like visit, probably, and maybe a Pertam visit, maybe an alien planet visit. We're gonna need to visit some planets to drop down, to get some seeds. Otherwise, we have to find some econ stations and hope that they have something for us. So my thought is that could be that could be an interesting next segment if we go in and we're like, okay, we're gonna, make sure that we take advantage of the new stuff. Oh, I see you too. Oh yeah, okay. We have a different perspective this time coming in. I have some expectations of how this went last time. This guy's gonna get 86th first. We're just not playing around. Uh, Obviously, I'm gonna have to wait until I'm in range. Now, as far as the no name Artie, we have everything is on 800 meters. I think everything's good. We should be good. And what are we looking at? I think for our number 8, that is to target the GATs to target large on and off. It is currently set to on. We're okay with that. So we're gonna do the dirty work of knocking these things out first. I think this turret emplacement is going to be one of the first ones we take out. Although I do feel like it might be a good idea to handle this guy. Part of me also thinks I could take that guy out without ever having to cross into range, but we gotta see how close we're gonna have to be to that thing to get a target lock. So we might be close enough now. I don't know, it's hard to get a range on stuff. Oh, there's something on that though. What is that? That's interesting. I feel like it's a drone. Do we want to see if we can make that shot? Oh, I think we can make that shot. Shoot. We did not successfully hit it. Keep an eye out for that ship. It's coming towards us. It's aiming. Turning off inertial dampeners. We're gonna sneak around. Okay, this is our new target. Alright, let's give them the good news. We almost have it, 79%. We shouldn't have fired both of these. Come on, 90%. I need to hit this guy with more. Okay, he's neutralized. Let's see if he's actually neutralized. Let's go pick some stuff up. We're gonna see how damaged we are. Let's back out of this view. Take some minor hits on the front. That's fine. We've got parts. We're gonna get over here next to him and we're gonna see what we got. Oh, hello. That's important to keep with you. You know, helps you remember the good times and the bad times. Let's go ahead and increase speed to this guy. I wanna salvage while we're taking shots. Oh no, we lost our thing. I wanna see, what do we got? Is there anything on this guy? He looks crippled. And that's kind of what we want. Okay, we're shooting. What are we shooting at, boys? Did we just... Okay, that's fine. Coming in for a closer look. We're going to inspect, and then we're going to latch. Okay. I think the plan is going to be to... We're going to attach, and we're going to scrub towards the other ship. Let's go ahead and get a hook on this fella. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We took hits to our medical bay. They actively attacked that.
Inventory full.
I was really trying to get...
Inventory full.
Claim. Got it. Okay. I'm just let Bob take care of this. Man, did we already lose our freaking... That is crazy to me. We should not have already lost this. What did we displace? Okay, off to this guy. Need this guy here. We're gonna go... Where are the turrets? I see that turret emplacement. Are there two of them? Or just that one, it looks like right now. Okay, so note to self, let's at least have 200 of those next time we play docking games. Because we don't have any of that. Okay, so let's I don't want to have anything attached to that color. Okay, beautiful. Okay, no threats. So we need to figure out what's going on exactly. So this guy's gonna get chewed up, hopefully with haste. The Factorum facilities. Grevin's still there. The other thing I don't know how to do, let's see, we need to do the no name. So the arty, target small ships, target stations on, target neutrals on. Okay, so we need to see, where was that turret at? I know we had a turret that we had located, and we were getting ready to scrub it off of the brick, or scrub it off the mountain, but we haven't, I don't see it anymore. And I also feel like we've got some interesting... There's a lot of garbage out there. And with that garbage, we have seemingly... Aha, look at that. That guy right there. What was that? Is there another ship? Oh, shit. I did not mean to fire that gun. I was trying to go into camera mode, and I effed that up. Part of me wants to know... Okay, so let's... The question is, how come my turrets aren't firing on that thing? That's a weird... There we are. Is it on fire? There you go. Take it out. Ah, it's the end of that guy. Okay. I missed that. I don't like that. You know what I need? I need a. Oh, music just changed. Hold. We could have more complications. I don't know. I don't know if that music change is what I think it is, or if it's just this thing fires high, even though it shouldn't. Is that the end of that signal? That looks like I deleted that signal. Okay. No more antenna for that guy. Okay. So far, so good. What about... I feel like there's another... I feel like last time we had more trouble. And thus, while we're drifting... Did we get this repaired? No. How do we not have 10 displays? And all the stuff we ground down there. There was no displays in this ship? Are you kidding me? There's got to be at least a display somewhere. Do you have any displays on you, sir? Sir, excuse me, sir. There's got to be displays. This got displays? No, no displays. What about you? Artillery display? No. We're just... Why are we grinding up the crap? None of this is useful. Ah, you've got displays for sure. Pick that up, Bob. Oh, come on. Because we cannot go in there without a med kit, really. Like, especially because mobile shipyard. I'm not interested in fighting you, mobile shipyard. Aha! Nope, never mind, it's nothing. I thought I saw another turret emplacement, but I don't. I do not. I do not. What is it? F to go? No, V. Gets me back. So let's... delete. You know what I don't know? Do the Bobs should grind neutrals. Build new, check, 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 check. Use grind. Janitor grind not owned blocks. Janitor grind enemy blocks. Sure, we'll do that for now. Because we need to know. I remember there being a turret in this area, and I see you. I see you. Okay. Blammo! Nice try, landmine. Let's see, we're gonna give you one of these for good measure. Delete us. Yeet us, delete us. Let's... I don't know how much time we have left on this grid. But that guy... Ah, yes, shooting missiles and stuff. That seems like a good use of those. Okay, you can stop, please. Mobile shipyard. Okay, that's not something we need to concern ourselves with in this moment. We're gonna park our belly to the underside. What are you shooting at, you two? Yeah, we're about to close this gap on these guys. Sorry, I'm talking not quiet, doing a lot of talking because these guys snuck up on me. Yeah, you're about to be in range. About to have a very bad day, my friend. Turn around, don't let these guys get behind you. Shift focus, let's go. Mayday. Bring the full fight on them. Do not let them get out of range. There we go, neutralized. Keep going. Okay, let's get back to the facility. How are we doing? Pretty good. Pairs holding. Parts holding. We're closing to this guy. Hey! Great victory. Great victory. We got the thing repaired, even though I didn't have display parts. I'm glad we found enough display parts to do the deed. I'm glad I also left my ship on what am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't see any other turrets on the outside facility. We need to get in there and capture fairly quickly. I think what I'm gonna do, what is that? Just neutrals, okay. Oh, the gate is open. I think my plan's gonna be very simple. We're gonna crank the lights on. we're gonna get to a part where I can basically start salvaging some of those parts right there, like by just being near it, and hide our belly to the side of the. Oh shit! Woo! That was close. Hide our belly just to the bottom here, so that if anybody comes a looking, we can protect ourselves. And then let's go do some hunting. Claim grid. Alright, Jack Wang. Oh, I see you. You can spot me all you want. Now you're on my side. Spot the bad guys for me, will ya? Oh.
Inventory full.
I forgot my guns. Oh! Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I love that. That was fun. I'm so excited to have that happen. What? What? Uh-oh. Mistakes have been made. Oh, mistakes have been made. How did that happen? Did No Name... Did you pick up my ship, bro? Uh-oh, what do we got? Oh, Sprite Mayday. We're not worried about that right now. I'm hoping our base becomes our base and it's not totally flattened. I did all these things in without having any... Thank you for all that. Okay, I need one of those. 7 of these, I think. One of those bad boys, right? Nope, just one. I don't need 41. Alright. Let's see about going to make that guy regret his decision to shoot me. Okay. Alright. Tina. Little droid that could. Yeah, no you can't, is the answer. Alright, what do we got? What? I already grind this down. Is there anything in this? No. No. Okay, so we can probably knock those things out. Hey. Be drinking one of those right now. The Victory Soda. Victory Soda. Victory or soda. Hey, more guns. Can never have too many guns. I think there usually is a turret in here, but I think it got scrapped by our rockets putting in the overtime. So let's go carefully scout, make sure we're not... I've already blown the door open, that's... Ah, here we go, here's the goods, here's the goods. No, I lied, this is not the goods. Well, superconductors, that's a good. That is a good. What we got? Stuff. Alright, perfect. I love stuff. What do we got in here? Hey, I like that. Do I hear? I feel like I'm hearing guns or something. Ooh. Didn't even think about the fact this is a Prototech base, bro. Okay. Let's plop you in there. What do we have? What do we have? Oh, more tools. Yay. I'm so excited about that. What is this? Prototech assembler? Ooh. Okay, can I... Can I do the thing? Oh, I can do the thing, guys. What? Anyway, so with the new update coming out with food and stuff, we're going to have to figure out how to scavenge things and such. And I feel like, what? Why can't I walk past that? Oh, dang it. What do we got? Gravity, that's important. Hey, I needed those last time on Spaceball Z. Okay, so what do we got in here? Wow. Okay, a lot of that. That's going to be useful. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to compile all of this crap into the ship. I don't think we're going to try... I don't think we're going to try to do too many things. I think this is all scrap metal. I don't think these things have stuff on them. There's probably an explosive in here or something that's going to make me sad that I walked over here. I really like the design of that. That looks good. It's an interesting thruster pod. Is there anything? No, there's no... Okay. We don't need to scrap everything here. We need to get the Prototech assembler out of there. We need to get all this stuff ground down. I assume that we're pulling parts from this bad boy over here. Is there anything good in here? Or is it just style? It's just flavor. Lots of scrap metal for flavor. Oh, and this door with hinges was a hinge door. Now is known as trash. Okay, cool. Oh, that's a Mayday. Sprite Mayday. We don't need to worry about that. Those big drones. Man, we barely. Like once we got in their range, we did some work, but there was a lot to be desired about the performance and all of that. So we're gonna have to think about that. Think on it. I'm going to cut to here and turn that on. Whoops. Damn, that is a static grid that I just smashed with my ship right there. These are all very static. Holy crap. Like, why is this thing so solid? I didn't expect that thing to be immovable. I don't guess. But it sure was. So let's go ahead and... Okay. Do that. I see you, buddy. Yeah, inventory full. Perfect. Okay. Let's dump that stuff in there. Let's go get the grabbing, because the grabbing is just out there on his lonesome, unable to grab an in. We've got an ore puller, which is not a threat currently, but we need to get the grabbing over here so that we are not just leaving him free out. What do you think that looks like? Oh, too much. Okay. We're not going to worry about it. We're just going to keep going to the grabbing. And hopefully the grabbing's all in one piece. It's an ore puller. I wonder if it's like a mining ship or something like that. I don't really know. So, with the Apex, sorry, I had to take a drink. My apologies. With the Apex update coming, food coming to Space Engineers, I had a couple of thoughts. This is my version of how I'm thinking about things right now. The first part is that I want to stay out of range of that asshole. The second part, we're going to need to be able to farm to get food if we want to turn that stuff on. It's not going to be turned on automatically in this save. But I was thinking that could make for an interesting gameplay, right? We have to set up, build a farm, rush to planets, get to planets and do some farming and collecting and things of that nature. I think that could be a really neat side quest, so to speak. We have, outside of thrusters and batteries, we've got 2 and large grid Prototech stuff. We have some of the main components of what it takes to be a Prototech in air. Why is that red? If I didn't know better, I would say that my ship is currently red colored. Why is that showing up as red? Is there something inside my ship that is causing that to be red? I don't understand. Alright. So, but it could be an interesting thing, right? That we do that. And then we'd set up goals to like go to a planet, get seeds, that kind of stuff. Maybe even have to set up a base on said planet. That could be an interesting side tangent. I don't know. I just don't know what the right... I don't know what the right exact thing would be to do there. I want to say... I'm going to do a thing that I don't normally care about doing, but I need you to clear this stuff first, Bob. Like this stuff is preventing us from descending further into this pit. Is there anything in this that I need to look at? No. So we can probably grind this whole thing off. There we go. Beautiful. So let's see. So I want to get the orange stuff. I just want to get the loot. I think this is what's going to happen. I'm going to attempt to collect all the loot out of this crap. You know what? You said it last time. I need to bring a mule with me to fill the cargo holes with all the stuff, and you are not wrong. I did need to do that. I still need to have like a little putt-putt mule thing that I could just as cargo containers so that I can... Wow, that is a lot of iron. That's a valuable amount of iron, unfortunately. Storage facility breached. Yeah, it is breached. Thank you for your understanding in the breaching of this nature. I wonder if... Okay, let's do this. Let's get up to the... I had a brief moment where I thought this entire ship was missing. That would have been very bad. Okay, we need to... First, let's get a little closer. Oh, we're going to be upside down. This is where Chad said, I needed nose cargo. And he was also correct. You guys have both been absolutely correct. Let's get in here real quick. Let me turn gravity off. That way stuff's not just free falling down to the ground. And then what I think I'm going to do, they're repairing this. This is not helpful. Bob, I need you to pick that up. That is your goal. Your goal is to pick up that box of stuff. Hey, you're already doing it, I think. Or, nope, you're doing it. Beautiful. That's what you want to see, I guess. That's what I want to see. I know this thing is claimed, but let's... Interesting. Please hold. Okay. That was dumb, is what that was. I was just dumb. That's okay. Dumb things happen. Dumb things happen to good people or something. I don't know. Let's see. Let's grab this. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and get these things put in here. And then we should just be able to grind this whole cargo container down. Just say, hey, it's not here anymore.
Inventory full. Inventory
Yep,
full.
thank you. Inventory full. Beautiful. I love that. I love that for me. I love that for everybody. Everybody's happy the inventory is full. Okay, now I know there's a cargo container back here. I was hoping it was full of good stuff. It doesn't appear to be full of anything good. So we're gonna
Inventory full.
let Bob clean that up. Thanks, Bob.
Inventory full.
You're a Samaritan and a scholar. We need to check. This is the last one on the grid, I believe. So we need to check and validate that there's med kits somewhere and all of that in lockers. So that's got to be somewhere over here. What is in here? Ice stuff. Okay. Hey, I can use some of that ice. Um.
Inventory full.
Okay. Ores, materials, beautiful. Love that. Inset light. That's fine. God, that ship's just getting closer. I'm not really worried about it, except for that I'm a little worried about it. Is this... Do I own this block? I do. When did that ownership come? I wonder if it just... I don't know. I don't know. Is there stuff in here? Probably not. Okay, that's fine. Mag plate. Did I miss something else? Did I forget to claim another grid and that got taken away? Man, I hope not. I don't remember seeing anything there. Okay, we can take you out because you are not a real thing. Oxygen tank is at 0, so that's not really helpful. What's going on with you? You look like you're about to do something. I would prefer that you did not. Nope.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Aha! I knew there was more stuff in here.
Inventory
Bye,
full.
toilet. Bye, other bed.
Inventory full.
Okay.
Inventory full.
Yep. Let me have those. I want those. Damn it. Damn it. Those health blocks are hard to get. You can't get them. Turns out you can't make those. I didn't know that. This looks like a suspicious hole. Stop repairing stuff, please.
Full.
Nope, you're not going to? Okay.
Inventory
Well, just
full.
keep
Inventory
inventory fulling. Thank you.
Inventory full.
We're taking all these extra spare parts because I feel like...
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
I just feel like that's the thing to do. Just take all those parts. Alright, okay, I think that's everything. I don't think there's any other storage on this thing. I think we're gonna double check. We've got Prototech assembler. You're the last of the Mohican here. Alright, let's carve this thing out.
Inventory full.
Yeah, I don't care.
Inventory full.
I will inventory full all over this place.
Full.
I need to make sure this is only gonna be...
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Okay.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Okay, I think... Okay, I think let's do a double check. Make sure the grid is empty. Okay, let's get to here. What is this called? Unidentified signal. This is called the We need to GPS this. So GPS breached storage. And I don't think we need to keep that GPS on. I just, 'cause that way I can go and delete it if I need to. I hit that really hard. Okay. 9. Okay, here we go. Detach. Hopefully we don't have to... I know it's going to reset my grinding, but we're going to save real quick because I'm not sure if this is clipped into the ground or not at all. If it is, these are specifically meant to be collected and detached like this. Well, not detached like this, but these are specifically meant to be captured, so I don't imagine that they would have voxels in the block. Wouldn't that be some shit? I detach it, and then it just explodes violently. I would love that. That would be my most favoriteest thing ever. Okay. We can't move it. Guess what's my most favoriteest thing ever? Okay. I will voxel hands the crap out of this. Alright, alright. Let's back it up. Can we? We can make no movement. Why can't we move? Okay, well. Why am I? Oh, there we go. Okay, let's try this again. Block is free, it says. Info. Faction. Info. Faction. It's mine. I mean, I believe I own it. Oh, no. Okay, just deconnect. Deconnect. Okay, we're gonna save. Okay. Do this right here. Transfer to nobody, it's mine. Info. Convert to ship. Okay, whoo! What the f- Somebody want to explain that to me? Yeah, I am. Yes. Well, I don't know what just happened, but yes. Anyways, as if nothing ever happened. What happened? Exactly. Came out. So, what do you guys think about that? Anyways, back to my original thinking before that catastrophically went awry. What do you guys think about the idea of me um of like what to do with the Apex survival stuff when it comes out? Do you guys have any thoughts on that? What do y'all think that could look like. Do we want it to look like something? What do we... We're gonna... It's shared with me. It's my thing. Yes, we're converting it to ship. Beautiful. Okay, we're going to slowly... We're gonna back up a little bit. Back up a little bit. We're gonna boost forward just a little bit. And we're gonna 1.15 meters. Slowly engage this target until lock is ready. Okay, we're gonna save right here. Last time, I moved 2 seconds and the thing exploded violently. So instead of allowing that to happen this time, we're gonna come over here. We're going to heal up. I don't know why. I don't feel like I even need to heal. But we're going to do a little bit of movement out of the way a little bit, just like that right there. And then we are going to casually but assuredly turn all of these things off. No turrets are going to shoot my assembler. Where we're going to stick set assembler, I'm thinking this looks like a great spot for it. Perfect. I love everything about that. Okay. Now the extraction, fellas. Cue the music. Let's make sure there's nothing weird happening. So we're just gonna go and turn you off. We're going to turn you off. Still gonna turn you off. Which one of you stupid blocks is being a butthole? Gonna turn you off. You know, we're just gonna delete you. I don't trust you. Turn you off. Yeah. What is going on here? Turn you. Whatever. Okay. Save time. One more save for the Graham. Let's. Rotate slowly. Rotate slowly. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Okay. It is out of the hole. What did I hit last time? I don't understand. Alright, let's see. Where can we... How did I put that on here? I put it right there. So the perfect direction. If I want to glue this on like so, we just do that right there. Okay. Okay. Here we go. What did I do? There we go. Okay. Just going to glue it to the hole, and then we're going to fly home. Glue to the hole, fly home. Glue to the hole, fly home. Glue to the hole, fly home. That's all we got to do. Glue to the hole. Okay. Get out of there for a second. We've glued to the hole. We're grinding, we're grinding, we're grinding. Let's go ahead and do this right here. What if we get home and the base is just nuked? So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on the new Apex stuff? The potential of having to go down and collect seeds from places or find storage units that will allow me to get units. Like, what do we think about that? Do we think that's a cool idea? Do we think, meh? You know, I could go either way. I'm interested. I'm excited about it. I'm curious to see what the radiation, like how that actually looks and stuff like that. We're gonna go ahead and help clear this block really quick right here because, well, and to be honest, I don't trust Bob to get this done before we need to vacate, and I would like to not linger here any longer than I have to. So, there we go. You're not really in the way, but we'll take your parts. Once my inventory is full, we'll stop grinding. Or when we're out of stuff to grind. So I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be cool. I had an idea of like we could take this small refinery that we have. We basically drop it from space. We take the no-name ship into an orbit somewhere. We drop it from space and we say, okay, like here you go. You have like your mission, whether you choose to accept it or not, is to basically survive on the planet, get seeds, and then find a way to get back to the no-name ship to then go back to base. I think there'd be an interesting tangent. You guys could pick the planet, Pertam. It could be Mars. I think Mars is very sparsely collected, so it would need to be a planet that has seeds. But I would be absolutely interested. And I have already set, oh good, I'm so glad that there's an Ember ship. I've already set our um, lovely jump drive to point to home, the ice droid. We're already, and I will double check that just to make sure, because I don't want to accidentally jump nowhere or whatever is going to happen. I don't believe there's any other things that we need to worry about getting shot by at this facility. I could be completely wrong, as I've done that many a times before. We do need to repair this ship. We need to make the changes to this ship. Um, if nothing else, specifically to keep those blocks from getting annihilated. And so I'm probably going to make some of those changes now. Um, just because it's probably something we should do. Let's see, where is the asteroid located? If I'm not mistaken, I think we could just do a straight jump from here. Yeah, we sure can. Okay, I'm gonna set the engines to make best speed. Well, not best speed because I'm not using hydrogen. We're gonna get going. We're gonna start the jump, and I will catch you guys on the other side. Great success! Alright, home sweet home, I think. Home sweet, well, not exactly. Why am I not moving? I definitely must have hit my inertial thrusters, or dampeners. That's okay. Let's get down to business. Let's get some speed. Although I probably am going to regret trying to pump speed this much. We didn't gain too much weight this time, I don't think. I'd have to go back and check the tapes, but I think we were at 5.3, or close to 5.3 anyways. We did gain a ton of ore. Like, that's a good haul, guys. We didn't get a lot of Prototech stuff this time. If we look at our Prototech items, we got some zone chips we don't really need, but we got 30 Prototech panels, which is good. No frames. A couple of Prototech propulsion units. That's cool. And most importantly, we got ourselves a beautiful Prototech assembler that I don't even have a location for. But I don't need a location for it. What I need is for my base to be in one piece. That's what I really need. So let's go ahead and aim past the asteroid so we don't accidentally murder ourselves by crashing into it when we speed up. Yeah, the asteroid looks great, but we are so and this is part of my question to you guys. We are nowhere near a planet really. Like the closest planet we are is Pertam right there, I believe. Pertam has seeds. Earth-like has seeds, and the alien planet way up there, that big beautiful green ball, also has mushrooms and things like that. But we wouldn't have access to meat unless we turn on sabroids, wolves, and then we turn on the radiations and stuff like that. Part of me is interested in doing it. The other part of me is like, what do you guys think? It could flavor, it could spice up the season as like it looks like it's going to drop after this episode, but before the next one. It could be something cool. It could be a flavor to add. We don't have like the thrusters are cool in Prototech, and I do want to try to get some if I get an opportunity to. But it like one of the things I watched a video. I think it's Andrew Man Gaming. He did a video where he got a sneak peek at some of the Prototech stuff, and he found this on the ground facility where he was able to capture a Prototech thing, and it was specifically to show off the propulsion unit. But I wanted that Factorum base to be on planet. I wanted to accidentally run into that base. I wanted to see that. I thought ground encounters for Factorum, I thought that could be cool. Because in-game doesn't have to be in space. In fact, I would wager in some cases that in-game on planet would be so much harder than in-game in space. That's my personal opinion. It's just because rovers and atmospheric flying tend to be a little rougher because you have to deal with gravity and dodging. In space, outside of a, aberrant asteroid appearing out of nowhere, like you should be pretty alright. I also noticed that parallax thing went away, and it doesn't look like the Ember Boys came over here and rattled my cage. Although I am coming in on the dark side of our base, so I don't actually know what the base looks like, but I'm a little leery actually. Although I'm seeing antenna signals, which is great. It means that at the very least, we are blowing past this place. That is my bad. Super Drifto! Someone cue the Tokyo Drift music. Anybody? No? Okay, that's just me. That's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind being the only cuckoo clown. Cuckoo clown? No, that's not right. Let's go ahead and speed up. We'll get some speed and we'll just drift on to the base. So yeah, I was a little disheartened that you can't find a Prototech tester facility on Earth, like, or on Pertam, where you can like find the base and then have to like sneak in and steal it. Like that's a cool like heist mission. The space ones are not bad. This one's not wasn't bad. We had two surprise guests I didn't expect to have to fight, um, and I lost my medical bay nearly immediately, which is just really what you want in life. You want to make sure that you're losing your medical bays and stuff like that. That's a solid feature of life without even trying. Um, but yeah, so I would be curious what you guys think about like potentially switching, turning on some survivor stuff. Since I did add the parallax stuff, and I should be getting a little bit more air traffic and some flavor and stuff like that, and some other corporations. I think it gives us a chance to take the Elder Dagron out for reasons. It gives us a chance to take the no-name ship out for nothing, not just Prototech. I didn't enable assert specifically because of the warnings that like once you start, you never stop, and this base is clearly not a base for being attacked. Like it would just immediately get pulverized. So, but I kind of like the idea of like building a survival rover with the Prototech assembler or Prototech refinery, and we just like yeet it to a planet and like, okay, you go down there, you have this item here, and you've got a survival kit, and you need to establish a base and a way to get back to space. Ooh, trade GSX chrono station. Ooh, a trade station. You've got a way to get back to base, but you need to like you're gonna have to get back to space in order to do the do. And I think like that could be really interesting. It could be an interesting scenario. So the next time you see this guy, I think I'll have the no-name ship in a state where that thing is not doing what it's doing right now, which is cooking itself from the inside. I thought I had enough block clearance. I didn't. I did some spectator camera magic in build mode, and I was like, oh, I don't have it. And I was testing out like what would happen if I took blocks off this thing and then jump drives out of this and like put it on the jump ring and all that stuff. So yeah, that's kind of my idea. All right, so Prototech assembler. We don't have any idea what that's going to look like. Also, because this is something else. With the new, because the plots are going to require water and they require an irrigation system, an irrigation block, which is one of the new ones coming out. Here's the thing that I have about that. Ice is going to be something where you compete for ice for both hydrogen, oxygen, and then water. I don't want to use the resource mod in this gameplay unless you guys think it'd be like I could make it cool like I did in the first series where I had drones running back and forth. But I thought about if I build the greenhouse thing right here or up there near actually up there would be kind of neat if I build it up there and then I have one single resource node miner that just supplies ice only specifically to that section, basically supplies ice for water and oxygen, and that is it. It doesn't do anything else. It doesn't pump ice or anything into this base here. Like it just basically supplies water for the crops so we don't accidentally lose them. Let me know what you think about that, because I totally could do a greenhouse up here. That could be kind of neat, actually. And I've already laid out some blocks in a way that might make that look really neat and cool. But we would still have to then jump to planets like the alien planet, or let's see, what planet do we think that is? That is probably Titan. Yeah, so we could jump to Titan. I don't think there's any stuff there. We could grow some algae. There is Earth-like. We've got Mars-like. And then, as I said before, a trade station, which is from the Trade Corporation that I added. Pertam's over here. And then Alien Planet is like a quadrillion miles away. That looks like something that is not, it's just an asteroid, but it looks like not an asteroid, I'm just saying. Where was the alien planet? Well, you get the idea. The alien planet somewhere, somehow. We could travel there, get some sabroid meat. I We would have to turn on wolves and stuff. There it is. We would have to turn on wolves and sabroids. And I don't necessarily love the wolf idea because I'm not about killing dogs even if they're trying to kill me. That's a me thing. Um, that being said, I would sabroid meat it up. We can make some sabroid meat steaks. I don't know if they're different meats. I haven't really paid that close attention, but just an idea. But we could use the adder here, since it's got a survival kit or a medical bay. We could take the adder with a rover that we designed using this small grid guy right here. We basically yeet it at the planet, and it's like, okay, survive down there while you collect seeds and everything, and then bring those seeds back, and then we would just effectively be doing that basically. Ooh, wandering merchant, nice. Okay, so yeah, we got that back. As far as now, we need to since we're not talking about this, we're gonna get an idea of where we want to put this thing. Is all I'm doing right now. I don't have any plans to build this out this episode, but I believe where you might want to. Let's see. Why are you? Is there that little air in here that you two can't pump this place with air? And also, why did it lose air? Hmm. Interessante. I don't like it. So, we could pull a pipe out here. We could carve out a section right there and basically blow out this window that we don't use anyways. And we could say, all right, we're going to put the Prototech assembler right here and build out this section. Actually, I think that's just going to be it. I think we're just going to build the Prototech assembler out this section. And because we're going to do it that way, let me go take a look over here. Did that vacate the air in here? It did not. Okay. Because we're going to do that, that should give us the space necessary. We should be able to drop it straight in without destroying everything. We're going to have to take out a pretty healthy amount of blocks right here. This area is off limit. This area is off limits? I'm sorry. You're off limits, homie. This area is off limits. This is my area. International law of dibs, bro. Part of me wants to investigate that, but I have a thing attached to my ship. So we're going to go ahead and get this done quick. Next episode, that's what I'm going to do. I might record this in time lapse of carving this space out. I'm going to actually go in and set those things to decompress. That's not the word I'm looking for. Depressurize. On. Oh, stop doing that, please. On. And then we're going to get this place vacated of air. There's got to be one more, I think. Are you down here? I thought we had one more of those. I guess not. Okay, well, we're going to get that depressurized, and then we're just going to carve a whole section. Actually, I should be able to. No, I won't. I won't be able to. I'm going to say I should be able to just carve that straight out, but that's probably not going to happen. So I'll get to work on that, and that's where I think I'm going to put it. We'll basically, I don't even know the attachment points. Let's go take a look at that really quick. Oh, you know what? When I open this, it slurps air out. This guy slurps. I'm there, 100%. I gotcha. Figured it out. So if we come over here, what do we got? We've got the bottom is there, so it's got an output on that side. It has no output on this side. That is tragic. And it has an output on top. Does it have an output on the bottom? It doesn't look like it does. What does this block look like on? It doesn't. It does not have an output on the bottom. So, because that is the bottom. So the back, is there one? There's just one. There's just one output that direction. That changes how the orientation is going to be because there's not a block. Yeah, there's not a block right there. That is top and bottom are the two, huh? That's and it's how many? We're 3 blocks wide, 2 blocks deep. Yep, 3 by 3 by 2 with a port on the top right. And ow, thank you for that. I appreciate your services to murdering my face. Always a pleasure. Okay, so to put it here, we could do 3 by 2. It would just jut straight out to there. What is behind that wall? I could potentially dig down, and then it would just. There's not really a way to, because it's on the top right here and then the bottom right here. That's not good. That's not what we want. Ideally, it'd be way better right here or over here. Ideally. I guess what we could do, we could come from top. We could go, like, we could bridge a block up and it could just stick it right here in this section. And then I would still want to cut this area out because there's no reason to have, like, this block here, those blocks here. That doesn't make any sense to have this guy here and have the construction area segregated the way it is. Same with you, you're pointless. And then I could just, if I set the block right here, then I can go up, burp, burp, down to the top end of it, and then put a door on it. And so it would just really be about cutting off the roof here, which should be pretty easy. Pretty ding easy. Okay, we've got ourselves a plan. Probably gonna time lapse that next time. I don't want to do that now, so let's go ahead and press that button there. Press this button here. Come out here. Guys, I really appreciate you coming along for my dumb adventures and my dumb mistakes. We're not going to talk about how many edits happened in the making of this video because we just don't want to. But look at that beautiful Prototech assembler that I don't even really know what it does. Like, what's the point of it? I have no idea. Who knows? I don't know. You don't know. So you guys let me know. First thing I want to know, John, Clyde, my boys, my peeps, my fam, Charlie, you too, comment. Do I enable bugs and wolves and then plan missions to go collect seeds, not using the trade station? Instead of using a trade station, we would basically plan it so that I have to go on planet to collect stuff, which means I'd need a vessel capable of getting us to a planet, something dropping us down there, and then that would be like a short tangent of us building out on surface something to get back with just enough cargo and fuel to get us back to space. I could even, no, nope. The first ship I want to build on ground. So that would take some setup. It's not going to be an easy, we could send the ship with enough stuff, like enough cargo material to like build it, but we're also going to have some oxygen tanks, I surmise, and probably some algae food rations and supplies because that's going to be something that's going to be needed. And I don't know if the algae or not needs I don't know if it needs water. So you guys let me know what you guys think about those ideas. Or do I come back to this series? No, it's going to be connected. I was going to say, or do we just start a new series where we do a start out survival with nothing? Alternatively, we could scrap all this up here and say, okay, the story could be we're flying over Earth-like and we get, or alien planet-like, and we get damaged in a way where the ship's stuck, not able to be repaired with no fuel or whatever over the planet. And all we have is this rover that we can jettison to the planet with one directional thrust, and the Prototech assembler, the Prototech refinery, a survival kit, and a bed, and we throw the rover and myself at the planet, and then it's like starting over with all of this waiting for us to come back. We would leave behind the Malafor, the GDC, we'd leave behind everything but the Prototech refinery, because that's a claimed thing. We got that. We earned it. And we'd also temporarily leave behind the Prototech jump drive. Temporarily, but we just have to get back to this point. That could be pretty good. And with Ember and all the corporations I've added in, that could make for a really interesting, like, fight to get back to here. as sort of a change up in the way we do things. You guys let me know. I really am keen on your perspective here. I'm not going to do it as a poll just yet. If you want me to do a poll, give me the poll options. Like how many polls? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyways, you guys, I appreciate you as always. I love the comments. Thank you very much. And I will catch you later, taters. Let's see if we can wave. We sure can't. I'm going to give it a stretch. And as always, be kind. Bye.